guys, and welcome to A Sip with Brit. Today we're going to be talking about how to buy cheap cameras, whether that be a digital camera, a nice point and shoot film camera, or something even a little bit more expensive like a Rolleiflex medium format camera. So if that's something that you're interested in, stick around and we'll see what we can do. Alright, so the first place that we can go is Goodwill. And Goodwill is a really good place to find really nice and sometimes not so nice film cameras. And so I've actually been really lucky and I've been able to find two film cameras in the past couple of days that have been of really good caliber. One of them is the Olympus Stylus, Infinity Stylus. And then the other one is a Yashica Zoom Mat. And so I think going to Goodwill is a good place to start if you're looking to get into film, because it's a place where you can go and you can find some really cheap cameras that are still of good quality. It's just stuff that people have decided that they wanted to get rid of. So normally when I go into Goodwill, I go to the electronics section and I kind of rummage around a little bit and see what I can find. You're going to want to make sure that the battery port, wherever that battery port is not corroded. That's normally the first thing that I check. And then I open up the back and make sure that the back where you stick the film is typically in good working condition. Normally the batteries on these cameras are not working by the time they do hit Goodwill, so it is a little bit of a risk, but most of the time if you get home and you put a new battery in, as long as those two things are in good working order, I've never had trouble with having the cameras work properly. So the next place that we're going to look at is OfferUp, which is an app that you can get from the App Store or even the Google Play Store. And it's a place where you can go ahead and you can buy different things that people are selling. So it's not a bidding place, but it's a place where you can go and you can see what people are selling. You can scroll through based on the category and you can find just different things that people are wanting to get rid of. And I have actually found that looking at OfferUp, I was able just to get a really nice Sony digital camera for relatively cheap. And the only thing that I recommend is that when you do meet up with the people, check out the product. You know, don't be afraid to say, hey, can I look over what it is that you're selling? Really take the time to, if it has a removable lens, take the lens off. Sort of look at the mirror, look at the sensor, make sure that everything is of top quality. Also turn the camera on. If it's a digital camera, make sure that it works. It's probably not going to have a card in it, so you're going to want to bring your own card just to be able to take some photos and make sure that the camera is actually in good working order. So those are a few things that I do once I have found something that I really like on OfferUp. I've agreed to a price with the person that's selling it, and then we've agreed to meet up and make a sale. So that's a good place to go. I've also been able to buy a little bit more expensive products like the Rolleiflex, which is a good medium format camera. It's old and it's a completely mechanical camera. And so the fact that it's in such good working order and it's in such good quality says something about OfferUp, that what they advertise and what the people on there say is true, actually is true. And I've never actually had a problem with anybody falsifying what they've been selling on OfferUp. And the last place that we can go ahead and buy cheap cameras is from eBay. And I was actually able to buy this camera from eBay. And it's kind of a place that most people know about nowadays, but you go on there and you bid for different products, and sometimes it gets into a bidding war, sometimes you can buy it immediately, but it's a good place to sort of look for those older cameras, and even not older cameras, even digital cameras, you're able to find a lot of really good DSLRs on there today. Just sort of see what the pictures look like, read the description thoroughly, and then you're able to place a bid or buy it now. I think that the biggest thing that I would recommend when looking at eBay is making sure that the description, that you read it through thoroughly, because if you don't read it through thoroughly, you could miss something that says, like, you know, great camera, good for parts, and then you realize that the camera doesn't actually work, and that would be a bummer. So yeah, these three places, Goodwill, OfferUp, and eBay, are all great places to buy cheap cameras that actually do really work. And so if you're looking to get into photography, whether that be digital photography or film photography, these are a few places that you can go just to sort of get your start. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and then go ahead and subscribe and hit that bell down at the bottom if you want to see more content like this. Thanks. Bye.